Hello everyone, and welcome back to Polo Justice Ace Attorney. So, previously we managed to just barely build up a case against Darien Crescent by accusing him of smuggling one of those cocoons out of Borginia, not to sell to the black market, but to sell to a hospital. Which I think is really dumb, because what the hell? How does that even work? Anyway. We've posited that the cocoon was smuggled out in the guitar gifted to Clavier that was shrink-wrapped in Borginia. And now, Apollo's saying that this was only possible because Darien had a Borginian accomplice. So it looks like we're about to sell out Maki Tabai to prove him innocent of a murder? This is a weird case, man. So, let's begin. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say, then. But be warned. With a great accusation comes great responsibility. Make up your answer, on the fly, as it were, and you'll be harshly penalized. Oh good, sudden death. Are you ready, Mr. Justice? Who was the smuggler's accomplice? It was Maki. There is only one person who meets all the requirements of the accomplice, and that person is the defendant, Maki Tabai. But Mr. Justice, he's your client. A defense attorney accusing his client. That's a new one. I assure you, no one is more unhappy about this than I. But I am here to defend him in the murder of Mr. Latouche. And I stand by my statement earlier that he is innocent of that particular crime. Indeed. The defendant is Borginian. He does meet the basic requirements to be the accomplice. But what if it was, in fact, Lemureur? It couldn't have been. Well, you seem sure of yourself. The reason is electronic signals, Your Honor. Electronic signals? Recall that this remote only works at a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless. Yes, that's true. Now, think back to the testimony. When the shooter made his transmission, Lemureur was in the air vent, right above the dressing room where the shooter stood. Let's look at the stage diagram. This is the area that the remote could reach from the air vent. Well, looking at this, it seems that Lemureur still could have done the deed. No. When the shooter made that transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here. It was in the middle of the guitar's serenade. Part of the stage was raised. Prosecutor Gavin and the Lemureur stand-in were in the air. They were on a tower which happens to be 15 feet tall. In other words, the remote couldn't have worked from Lemureur's position in the air vent. Oh. Well, Detective Crescent, what do you say to that? Well, this is obvious. A location under Lemureur couldn't have reached the tower. Your Honor. Yes, Detective? Could we see the video where Gavin's guitar burns? Just one more time? Oh, please, no. Well... I'm just terribly sorry about that. I inhaled spit down my lung. Oh, jeez. I'm surprised that hasn't happened, like, at all in the entire history of my YouTube channel. Well, I don't see why not. What? Don't tell me he has a way out of this. Give it up for the 30th time we've seen this. Too bad, so sad, punk. Punk? First you were sleeves, then kid, now punk. You're losing rank fast, Apollo. What exactly were we supposed to see in this video? The problem isn't in what we see, correct, Darian? Right. It's what you hear. We are musicians, after all. Care to explain for us non-musicians? Sure thing, punk. Let me get your yarn straight first. You're saying I ordered the Wii pianist to set off that igniter. That right? Yes? Well, in order to do that, he'd have to press a switch. Am I right? Okay. Well, take another listen. Pay attention to the piano. Piano? I couldn't hear a piano. What seems to be the problem there? The piano sounded just fine. And that's the problem. Man, you still don't get it? I get it. Ah. Yeah, how's he supposed to hit that switch if he's playing? You've got Miss Diva, the guitar, the bass, the piano, and the drums. The only one with her hands free was the Diva. The mirror. But according to you, she couldn't have been the accomplice, could she? Your accomplice would have a hard time helping out. If they couldn't even press a switch, I already know how to solve this. Oh, please stop! There's the spark. The piano plays non-stop. He couldn't have pressed that switch with his fingers. Well, Mr. Justice, the piano does seem to be playing when the guitar catches fire. Oh, well, it's okay. We all make mistakes sometimes. Apollo? Were you wrong? I can't be wrong. Everything makes perfect sense. How could it all just... strange? What's strange? No, it's just... something's odd about the performance there. Odd? Mr. Justice, if Maki Tobai didn't press that switch, then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is. But everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice. You got the facts wrong, man. Here's some facts for you. Gavin's guitar is on fire, but the pianist didn't press that switch. In other words, your story is full of holes. Mr. Justice, let's hear your final opinion on this matter now. Was the defendant, Maki Tobai, the accomplice? Your answer will reflect on everything you've said here. Give it some thought. Apollo, if Maki's not the accomplice, then our whole case is ruined. I know that. It has to be him. He was the only one who could have helped the smuggler. He had to have pressed that switch. Well, you better find a way to prove it. Ugh. What do I do? What do I do? Heck, there has to be something that doesn't fit. Something odd. Something odd. Wait a second. What? You thought of something? What was Gavin saying just now? Strange. What's strange? No, it's just... something's odd about the performance there. It's not much to go on, but it's all I've got. What exactly did he hear that was... odd? Have you come up with something, Mr. Justice? May I remind you that everything rests on this. Can you prove Maki Tobai pressed that switch? Let's hear your final answer. Can you prove that Maki Tobai pressed that switch? I would like to attribute this solely to that one episode of Tom and Jerry where Tom was playing a concert and Jerry was inside the piano, resting on like the strings and whatnot, and was being bothered by it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know if you call this proof per se, but I can prove it was possible. Then, as prosecutor, it falls to me to ask you to show us evidence supporting this. Air Forehead, you're sure about this? Accept it. There's no evidence, man. Let's see your evidence, Mr. Justice. On what do you base your claim that the defendant pressed that switch? Why, the switch itself. Found on the stage. The basis for my claim is this evidence, Your Honor. Wait, what? 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 Oh, I'm a dumbass. No, you can't just say it was found in the piano. Clearly a certain key hit on the piano triggered the switch because of the way it was laid. Hold on. Which one was the piano? I need to isolate the piano. I think it was 3. No, that's bass. 4. This is B piano. Okay. I'm waiting for a note that's off key. Oh. I think I heard it. It was a bit higher note. Okay. I think that's it. The basis for my claim is music, Your Honor. Music? What about music? Let's listen to the piano part around the time when the switch was to be pressed. Right before the guitar burst into flame. That is not the part that I thought was weird. Uh-oh. I hear a piano being played. But, doesn't it sound kind of simple? Simple? I think I know what he's suggesting. You think Maki could have played that part with one hand? One hand? He only needed one hand to press that switch. He could play the piano with the other. What, you're some kind of piano savant? Actually no. Then what do you know? You can't play a part like that with one hand. Irk. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about here. Wait, I know. Oh, wait, that's not Trucy yet. Wait, I know. Hey, Trucy. Yeah? You got something? Mr. Wright, your father, he's a pianist. Could he... Oh, Daddy? He couldn't play a part like that even if he had 3 hands. So sorry, so sad for you. No, not really. Huh? That was just the easy way to prove it. There's always the hard way. Man, how are you gonna prove whether you played it with 1 hand or 2? You can't. I admit it will be rather difficult to prove, but it's highly likely he was playing with 1 hand. How do you know that? The clue is what Prosecutor Gavin described as sounding odd. What sounded odd? I'll bet we can tell by listening to a certain part of the song. No way. Well, it seems we've come to the moment of truth at last. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say for himself. Show us the part that proves the defendant was playing with 1 hand, right before the guitar burst into flame. Maki was definitely playing one-handed just before the guitar caught fire, and one section of the song proves it. Okay. Well, let's listen to part 4 in the second section again. It does sound really simple. So there's some other instrument that is off? There's nothing on this one. The drums were doing nothing here. What? Okay, what about the first part? Okay, the drums are doing nothing here too. They just kick in for the final half of it. Okay. Number 3. No, that. Uh-huh. Well, this bass, I suppose it is, seems okay to me. Number 2. Hello? Well, this didn't play during the second bit as well. Plays for all of these parts. What about the first? Wait, what am I supposed to be doing? It's not the first, is it? That's just the voice. What the hell? Well, okay, I'm sure there was a flub in the second, right? At some point? Near the end? Yeah, I think it was, this bit. No, that was the third set. This is the second set's performance. Well, time to trial and error this. Save state. I am shameless. Let's go one by one. Wait, what? Aren't I supposed to click one of these? Wait, what? I'm supposed to click one of these, right? I can't click any of these. Usually you're supposed to be able to click one of these and present it, but I can't and I'm stuck? Oh god, what do I do? Give me a moment. This is stupid. Oh, you click these? Okay, trial and error, I don't think it matters which is set like that. Okay, well, 2 was when the shooting took place, so I guess we'll present that. That's a section. I'm afraid I don't hear it. What's your opinion as an artist, Prosecutor Gavin? It's a beautiful song, and the lyrics are outstanding. I'll take that one to mean there isn't a problem with this section at all. Wait, so what was the odd thing that Gavin heard? The switch was pressed in the first half of the second verse, right? I know. I just need to find a place to compare to that. Your Honor, if you'll give me one more chance, I think I can find it. I suppose we don't have a choice. Very well. You claim the defendant was playing with one hand when the switch was pressed. Show us the part that proves it. Oh. Oh, okay. One section of the song proves it. Okay. We need to find the most complex piano part. Okay. 3? No, hold on. Wait, that's a guitar. Piano's number 4, I think. Yeah. What is the most complex part? Well, here in 5, he seems to be hitting low notes and high notes at the same time. Okay. Let's go with, wait, no, not number 5, number 4. That's a section? I'm afraid I don't hear it. What's your opinion as an artist, Prosecutor Gavin? This is the same. But... Well, the game's letting me trial and error this, so... Frickin' 4? No, not 4, 3. 1? Really? Oh, this is stupid. I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin, I'm sure you've realized by now just what it was that sounded odd to you. As I'm sure you've realized it yourself, therefore, Ed. No, I have not. Realized what? I'll demonstrate. Let's listen to this part in the question again, shall we? Pay particular attention to the "but a fleeting melody" phrase. Man, how many times do we have to listen to the same thing? For once, I agree with him. You're right, enough of that. Let's listen to another section, shall we? Another section? The guitar bursts into flame at the end of the second verse. Let's listen to the same spot in the first verse. Pay attention to that, "Oh, that night in your embrace." Oh, play verse 2 again. I'm not hearing it. I'm not a music man, okay? They feel the same, true, but they're clearly very different. What? Well put, Your Honor. The phrase in verse 2 is quite simple. The same phrase in verse 1 has high and low notes. You'd have to use two hands to play that for sure. Oh. What's that prove? I would think you'd know that by now. This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man. So the two verses had different arrangements. Happens all the time. Not this time, Darian. There's no point in changing an arrangement if you can't hear it clearly. And that wasn't the point. I had him play specifically so that the piano would stay in the background. Oh. That was what I noticed. Why should the same phrase sound slightly different, I asked myself. Now ask yourselves why Maki changed how he played. And there's only one answer. He needed a free hand in order to press a switch. Unork. We're getting creative with these. Order! I believe this ties all the facts together. Well, Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, quite. Though, personally, this comes as a terrible disappointment. What? No comeback? I can't believe it. I finally did it. I shut him up. Very well. Barring an objection from the prosecution, I will now state the court's opinion on this matter. Good show, Sleeves. No, great show. It's not over? I don't like it when he looks so happy. You tell him, Gavin. Tell him what's so disappointing. Personally, I'm terribly disappointed. In you, Air Forehead. Huh? Me? Yes. Don't get me wrong, your case is solid. The facts all check out, but even now, you have yet to show us a single piece of decisive evidence. Yeah, but the facts. Anyone can see it was him. But weren't they ready to convict Maki on indecisive evidence? Like there was no hard proof he was the shooter, but even still. Unfortunately, anyone does not include the law. I'm afraid your case doesn't cut it. But... 1,000 facts might point towards the same conclusion. But without decisive evidence, it's not proof. That's the rule under our current legal system. I don't believe it. It does not seem as though the defense has any more evidence to present. Oh, I think if he did, we already would have seen it a long ways back. It is unfortunate, but at present this court is unable to acknowledge your accusation. What? The truth is staring us all right in the face. Why can't they see it? What's the point of a legal system that protects criminals? I think this is what Phoenix Wright was talking about. He has big issues with the legal system, right?
Apollo, remember what Daddy said?
It won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system.
So what do I do?
Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods.
Ugh.
Every man has an igniter inside him. Find Darien Crescent's igniter and set it off.
I wonder what he meant by every man's igniter.
I think he just means a weak spot, no? The kind of thing that a single spark could turn into a wildfire of emotion. I won't be able to press further by conventional means. I've got to find a weak spot in this guy, something fatal. So, can I get back to work now or what? It may look like I got a lot of time on my hands, but I got no more time to play pretend with this dead-weight attorney. Well, Mr. Justice, we've come this far without decisive evidence. This witness won't be coming back to the stand once we let him go. Every man has an igniter. Huh? Didn't you say the better the guitar, the brighter it burns, Prosecutor Gavin? Ah, yes, good guitars are kept dry, is why. That provides the best sound. Even a small spark could cause irreparable damage. Your plan has an igniter in it too, Detective. It was there from the very beginning. What? Fighting time, Justice. If you blow this one, he'll be out of your hands for good.
Go for it, Apollo.
What, and this igniter is supposed to come burn me up? That's almost poetic there, Mr. Attorney. All the better. I'm rather fond of poetry. And I intend to hear this one through to the very end. Air Forehead, you are accusing this man, Darien Crescent, of 2 crimes. The murder of Mr. Latouche and the smuggling of a Borginian cocoon. This is your last chance to prove your case. This trial has already run on for far too long. Mr. Justice, this would be my last warning. The moment this igniter of yours turns out to be a dud is the moment this cross-examination ends. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then, let's have at it. Show us the basis for the accusations against Darien Crescent.
Okay. This is really my last chance. The key that will take apart Darien Crescent's plan is...
Well, yeah. Didn't Maki say he was in the room cowering behind a desk? Okay, just to save myself some time. Shameless quick save, yeah! I think Maki's my best bet. Your igniter isn't a piece of evidence. Huh? So what is? It is true that I couldn't show decisive evidence, but perhaps what I needed to prove my case was something else. You mean a witness? Proving his guilt is a tall order, but I've got just the person to do it. Very well, Mr. Justice. Who is this person who can prove Darien Crescent's guilt? Maki, right? The one person who can prove Darien Crescent's guilt is the defendant, Maki Tobai. Your client? Again? Okay, this seems unique. I think I got it.
Maki Tabai was an accomplice to the cocoon smuggling plot. Without him, Darien Crescent could not have gotten the cocoon. Furthermore, he can easily prove that the one who plotted to smuggle that cocoon is the real criminal in this case.
How so?
It would require just one of the very cocoons Mr. Latouche was looking for. With the cooperation of the Republic of Virginia, we could burn a cocoon.
Yo!
The burnt cocoon would leave a particular residue. A residue we would, no doubt, also find inside the burnt out guitar.
Aha, very scientific of you.
Thus, if Maki Tabai acknowledges his agreement with Darien Crescent concerning the attempted smuggling of a Borginian cocoon, the case is solved. Darien's laughing again. Your unrelenting passion is remarkable. You really want to get me, don't you? Too bad you'll never be able to. Why not? Little key tickler won't acknowledge anything. Especially not anything to do with cocoon smuggling.
What's this all about?
Taking the cocoon out of the country means death. By Borginian law. Ah, yeah, see? If our pianist really was a smuggler, then testifying about it would be suicide. Believe me, he's not talking. But you're wrong, Detective Crescent. What? It's the other way around. If Maki doesn't admit to smuggling here, he's in deep trouble. How? Look, if Maki admits to smuggling here, then he'll be tried in our courts by our laws. You don't get the death penalty for smuggling in our country. The victim in this case was an undercover Interpol agent. I'm sure that news has already reached Virginia, and they'll likely broadcast our dealings in court today, including the part about the Borginian cocoon. Yeah, but if Maki doesn't admit to smuggling now, he'll eventually be picked up by the Borginian police. And it's not like he's in any danger in our court. We're not going to find him guilty of murder here, not now. Yeah, but you can't do this. You can't accuse me. Maybe the law doesn't allow it. But who's going to think you're really innocent after hearing this trial? The same goes for Maki Tabai. Irk! The cocoon smuggling, your entire plan. Maki Tabai knows everything. There's only one way out of it for him, and that's to acknowledge his own crime. The crime of cocoon smuggling. Just don't worry there. I'll get you out of the country. I'll set you up someplace, a hidden mansion, real nice. You want a house made out of cookies? Or no, a house made of pianos? Come on. Please, don't talk. Oh my. Darien, I consider that my last session with you. We rocked. I'm guessing we can treat that outburst as a confession. Uh-oh, he's laughing again. There's a kind of sick desperation in it now, though.
Well, have you been listening to today's trial?
Yes.
And you'll talk. You'll tell this court everything.
I didn't want it to turn out this way. But I'm not the kind of lawyer that can overlook a crime. Today's trial was all for your benefit, you know? I see no reason why you should hesitate now. I knew. From beginning, I knew. Maki. Situation. I cannot explain, but money. I need it. Very much money.
Today's trial raises a delicate issue with our legal system. The only thing definite in our court of law is evidence. This is the golden rule, however.
It has become apparent that not all things can be tried by this standard.
Should another case of this sort surface, we may have to consider an alternate system by which to administer justice. Anyway, Mr. Maki Tobai?
Yes?
I promise you will receive a fair trial by the laws of our country. And with regards to the current charges for the murder of Mr. Letus, this court is prepared to announce a verdict.
Whoa! What beautiful eyes. I thank you. I only lie, but you see truth. You find truth.
That's our job. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Maki Tobai, not guilty. Huzzah! Court is adjourned.
Ooh, we did it! Hooray! Doesn't feel quite earned as I want it to, though. I wonder what'll happen to Maki. Well, he did smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia. I guess there'll be another trial here. All's well that ends well? Hey, Phoenix! Daddy! I owe you both my thanks. Lemire? Is something wrong? I'm sorry, Maki was your partner on stage, your friend. Yes, I thought of him as my own son. Even now, I do. Yet, something got a hold of him, something evil. I see that. And he must pay for what he has done. Is that not how it should be? I'm still sorry. Do not be sorry. You have given me courage. Courage? I am considering an eye operation. It is my suggestion, actually. You mean you'll be able to see again? It's funny. I have always been afraid of the light. Light seems so harsh, so unforgiving. According to the doctor, Lemire lost her sight due to some kind of accident. An accident? As you know, I suffer from amnesia. I feared that, if I could see, perhaps it would open my eyes to the truth I've been running from. I was scared. You know what changed your mind? Hearing your defense in there today. She could feel your gaze, unwavering, always looking straight at the truth. If the light returns to my eyes, I think I will take up painting. Painting? That's right. She's the landscape painter in sound, after all. I will paint the two of you, I promise. Woohoo! I can't wait, Lemire! I owe you my thanks too, Apollo. Thanks, Mr. Wright, but for what? You reminded me I need to hurry things along. On my secret mission, that is. Right, your secret mission. Apollo, Trucy, I hope that we will meet again someday soon. You bet, me too! And so, like a ballad, the trial flowed on and on. No, wait, on and on. Like it came to the end. Oh, until it came to the end. What's wrong with me? I am misreading a lot here. Thanks to the trial, the guitar's serenade was a huge hit. Prosecutor Gavin's even more dazzling to look at now. But there's something I want to say to that guy. Next time you write a ballad, have them catch the killer at the end. That's the third case done. So next up is Turnabout Succession. Whoa. Huh. Right, so if I had to guess this game's structure, I'm guessing that this fourth case will be about that case 7 or 9 years ago, where Apollo lost his badge? Not Apollo, friggin' Phoenix. Phoenix lost his badge. And then maybe case 5 will wrap it up in the present and solve the truth? Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but all in all, what do I think of the third case? I thought it was extremely strong at the start, but it kind of fell apart for me at the end. There were a few things that just felt too bullcrap for me. Like, I'm not a musical person. I can't identify differences in notes. So that was really difficult for me. I am kind of surprised that there was no answer to what was in Lemura's past, what was so mysterious about her past that she went blind over. It just wasn't answered, but I suppose it didn't need to, so... Well, alright, let's move on. Let's do it. Have a quick poke inside. And that is the whole truth of this case. Whoa, technology. A heart rate? In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of these last 7 long years. Hello. Shady Smith? Nothing happens by chance. All is connected. Ooh. And now you stand ready to begin the final chapter of the story. Oh wait, final chapter? Will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? The decision is yours. Kristoff? Okay. I think some serious shit's about to go down. Oh, God. Okay, right. Hey, Apollo, look! On TV! Look, look! Yeah, I'm kinda busy. Wow, look at that! He's the last Grammary, alright, amazing! Apollo, you should be watching this! Ow, ow, ow! What? I was writing about our last case in my journal. Lawyers are supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not journals. And why now? That case was 3 months ago. Hey, it's a long story. I did a lot, you know. I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later. Right now, I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Lemire disappeared. That's right. Uncle Valen did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now. I was just getting to the good part. I suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father's expecting me to look after her while she's away. What you're now seeing is a rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth. Happening right here at our very own Sunshine Coliseum. The Sunshine Coliseum? Hey, that's where the Governor's concert was. Only 3 more days until miracles happen here, right before your unbelieving eyes. The legendary troupe Grammary is performing for the first time in 7 years. That's Shady Smith. And he has the club's brooch. Shady Smith was Zach Grammary, was Juicy's father? No, wait, Shady Smith could have had a twin? Also, that's clearly Valent on the left, but, the lady... maybe Trucy's mother. Wait, yeah, if that is Trucy's mother, probably, maybe, then maybe that really is Zach Grammary. Well, I mean, of course it would have to be, of course, but... okay, there's no proof that Zach Grammary is Shady Smith, but... okay, look, it was said that Trucy's birth father disappeared. Disappeared is not die. Maybe Zach Grammary was a total deadbeat and ran off to live as Shady Smith? What? That's going to be great. I'm so there. You and Daddy are coming too. The legendary Grammarys. If Trucy's real father were still alive, he'd be on that stage performing miracles. Look, they said Zach Grammary disappeared, right? Apollo's just assuming that he's dead. I've got the tickets and everything. Here's yours, Apollo. Nice. You are here? Working hard or hardly working? It's him. Hey, how've you been? Hi there, stranger. Not exactly the kind of greeting I'd want to hear from my own kid. Though he has been gone a long time. How goes it, Trucy? Here, got a present for you. Yay, pudding! I love pudding! Ooh, it's farm fresh. And not just one pudding, but 3 whole cups. I'll have to pace myself. Well, I'm beat. That's right, Daddy. You're on a top secret mission. You've got to take it easy with the secrets, you know? How right you are. So, you still can't tell us what your mission is? Maybe it is time. It has something to do with you, anyway. Huh? With me? Ooh, maybe we're getting a top secret mission too. Maybe you can be one of those guys. A spy. Can I just be a defense attorney? To be honest, Telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today. What? Tell me. You've heard of the Juris system, yes? The Juris system? That's right, the new legal systems everyone's talking about.
Is this for real?
Have you heard of it, Polo?
Maybe?
Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought. The Juris system, huh?
Well, that sounds slightly different from jury system, but... Yo, if this franchise is moving forward with fundamentally changing how the court sessions go, that would be interesting.
Like, yeah, there's Zack in that portrait in the top left. I didn't recognize him as being Shady Smith, but that picture was just so goddamn clear. Like, I remembered Shady Smith so well because he had such a cool design. Like... Shady Smith and Zack Grammary have the same face. Now, this wouldn't be the first time this franchise has done bullshit with twins. So, I don't know, but... man. My head's already spinning. Oh. Well, overall, I think I've played enough of Apollo Justice to make a verdict on it. I think Apollo Justice is a wonderful, very strong game. I think it might even be better than Ace Attorney 2? Maybe even 3. Like, when I think of the original trilogy, each and every game had one case that I felt was pretty weak. Like in the first game, the Will Powers one at the studio, like the Bonobo head and the road. In game 2, there was... Oh god, I don't even remember most of game 2. Was that the one with the circus act? With the bust, the bullshit bust? The characters in that case were great, but the actual plot was... And then the third game... Yeah, maybe the one with the French restaurant and the lone tiger shark. That was kind of weak too, but... Assuming this fourth and maybe final case in Apollo Justice sticks the landing, then I think that each and every case in Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney 4, is very strong. It has the best first opener case. The second case with the noodle cart was hilarious and very well thought out, and I loved it. And this previous case that we just finished with the band and the stage and the cocoons, I felt it was very, very strong, but maybe flubbed at the end, which is kind of appropriate considering what happened to Darian, but... But yeah, no, Apollo Justice, I think, is a very solid package. It's a very good game. I'd rank this up very high in my rankings of the franchise. If this final case, maybe, if it is final, sticks to the landing, that is. Though, gosh, it's gonna be very, very hard to top the absolute peaks from the trilogy. Like, so far there's been absolutely nothing approaching the peaks, the highest moments from the original trilogy, but that's not a problem. It's really hard to dethrone those moments. You already know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, in the meantime, I'm Zephyr the Juster. This has been more Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time when we delve into this fourth and maybe final case. So until then, please take care.